Aoifinn Devitt, CIO of Moneta, and welcome to this Moneta Moment on the topic of why we would hold REITs in a portfolio. Let's start with why hold real estate in a portfolio at all. Real estate has certain key characteristics. It is a diversifier, it is a source of return, and it does tend to have some inflation protection characteristics. Real estate already represents a small percentage of equity markets, varying from 2.5% of the S&P 500 to 8.6% of the S&P Small Cap 600. In fact, REITs tend to have higher quality real estate than might be expected, and in, for example, a mall REIT, there do tend to be higher quality malls than a typical strip mall that we see to have been ravaged by the pandemic disruptions. In fact, the rents in REITs held up remarkably well in 2020, which was surprising, but that didn't stop REITs from reacting on sentiment and really underperforming private real estate over the course of the pandemic. REITs have dividends which tend to be around 2 to 5%. And we actually expect quite strong dividend growth in REITs from around 10 to 15% going forward. Whereas REITs typically were seen as a value proxy, in fact the components of REITs now are more closely resembling growth, as areas such as logistics, industrials and self-storage do tend to have more growth characteristics. So perhaps we're going to see REITs performing a little bit more like growth going forward. So what are our key Moneta takeaways about owning REITs in a portfolio? Firstly, real estate in a portfolio represents a way to get diversification, yield, and some inflation protection. Equity markets only provide limited and in some cases very small exposure to real estate. REIT performance has been strong in certain sectors and we expect that dividends will continue to grow. REITs are liquid, unlike direct real estate and private real estate, but they will be expected to be more equity-like in terms of momentum. Yields are attractive in what is otherwise a low return environment. So overall, we believe that REITs can be included in a real estate allocation as a nice complement to direct real estate and private real estate in your investment portfolio. I'm Aoifinn Devitt. Thank you for joining us for this Moneta Moment.